Hello guys, welcome back to The Crew 2. It's in a week, that means new events, and it also means new cars in this case, because the March update, the season pass cars as they call it, they have arrived as well. This over here, this pink line sort of is the way that we go on the Big Bend Observatory. That is the new street race track. We're gonna do it in hardcore mode and in ace mode, and we will just use the two new cars. First new car in the game, brand new Mercedes AMG, the C63S. I put some white fenders on it, customized it a little bit, some different bumpers and rims and so on. Let's have a look on this track, sort of do two things at once. Test the car and as also have a look on the track. I've done it already once in normal mode, and I must say this is a very interesting track. Very technical, very twisty. I like this one.
3, 2, 1.
Let's see what you got under that hood.
The thing oversteers a little bit. That's pretty fast acceleration and very strong NOS. Has some short gears though. But it goes left, right on this whole track. There are barriers there, so not immediately super cuts possible, and I'm pretty sure there will be somewhere here or there. Understeer in the corner as well. Nice track they have put this week, and also the checkpoint placement seems to be improved a little bit. Okay, that van has parked very interesting way, I must say. This week we're gonna do this track again because we have to. Normally I would test the 2 street race tracks, but we don't have 2 new street races this week, so I have to test the track again. But we're gonna take something different for that. The Spyker C8 Aileron Dutch vehicle. This is not so new because we already had it in the Crew 1. It's just something that comes back. Yeah, it is what it is. It is a bit lame that they put that in as a season pass car, but on the other hand, it are not really season pass cars either. So season pass is something we paid extra for, so we should get extra content for it. We got 3 vehicles, an extra house location. That was about it. These monthly vehicles, they call them season pass cars, but they are early access cars because next week they will be available for all other players as well. Where is it? Right here. I need to change the difficulty to Ace mode and then travel to it again. With this Spyker C8, which is already a bit damaged, as you see. Also here I changed the rims and the bumpers and so on. A bit more carbon here and there, a red interior, a blue outside color. Somehow it works, at least for me. Let's see how this car does. Mercedes handling wise, it's a bit, I don't know. It slides a bit in the corners. And under braking it understeers a bit. It's a bit wobbling about suspension wise. It's a little bit of a Mercedes thing.
1.
Not so strong as this one. But more than sufficient enough. Seems to have better acceleration from the car itself as it is. Good brakes as well. Steering, bit of a problem. But that has not so much to do with the car, because this car basically handles like a peach. It sticks to the road. It's just a problem with the keyboard that if you have to go like left-right corner. You don't have that wobbling suspension that we had in the Mercedes. This thing is pretty stable. In such a way that you immediately trust the car more and that you go probably a bit too fast in some of the corners. Long fifth gear by the looks of it, although I shortened them, but 256, we had a 308 in the Mercedes, and we fully hit a barrier with this thing. So this thing is, yeah, pretty much neat car. It might be an old one coming back from the Crew 1, but this thing handles like a peach. I like this car, and I like this track as well. Compared to the last couple of weeks, it was not that great. There were some issues here and there, track-wise, but this one is a very interesting track with a very interesting car. I like the track, I like the car, but there is also a second event. Let's have a look at that. The second event is, as I said, not a street race. That's why we did this one 2 times, because the other event is actually a hypercar event. And as you can see, I haven't done it yet, so it's called Big Land. Let's travel to that. Let's have a look what is going on here. Yeah, basically in the middle of nowhere by the looks of it. It seems to be a highway run or something. Yeah, pretty much a highway run here on the south all the way. Okay, let's see, what are we gonna use? Some sort of hypercar, obviously. Do we have anything tuned properly? I don't think so. Yeah, well, we have a couple. The Ferrari is not tuned yet. Veneno, Jaguar, or the Chiron. Let's just go with the Chiron. In its highway, that's probably our best choice. This might get a bit tricky. In the Crew 1 this was a pretty bumpy highway.
1.
And the road is wet. We have...
We're gonna hyper win this.
Obviously this is the first run, so that's like normal mode, no other choice. It's taking place at so-called night, which of course we know is as bright as a dark morning. And of course this thing can go over 500 kilometers an hour. I'm pretty sure the slipstream people will have fun here. Going with a crew and just go high speed, I guess. Okay, we have lift up. Typical game stuff there. Black cars in the night, white cars in the snow. Yeah, and I don't like this part of the highway either. I guess the bumps and the jumps make it interesting, maybe. Other than that, it is just a long, straight, high-speed highway track. So yeah, it's gotta be Shiro. There you go. Just going back to the checkpoint. Count. No. Nope, nope, nope. I really don't find it that interesting to drive hypercars with the keyboards in this game, since they don't react fast enough. And this is a pretty boring track. You have some bumpies, jumps and corners, but other than that it's pretty much long straight forward. So it's gonna come down to top speed, which means we end up with something like Shiro. Maybe one of the Koenigseggs, but that will be it. As much as I like the first track, as much as I don't like this track, this is not a very interesting track. The first one, on the other hand, pretty good. The cars, the new Mercedes is a bit wobbling about like most of the Mercedes in this game. I'm pretty sure if you go to the city and you hit some curbs with that thing, it will spin out like most of the Mercedes do. Sort of a Mercedes disease thing in this game, suspension wise, or I don't know what it is, but it is what it is, and that Mercedes handles like that as well. The Spyker, on the other hand, is a pretty damn good car. It handles like a peach, it sticks to the road. Probably a perfect car for that pretty good track over there. This one, not so much perfect track, pretty of a boring track. That's what it's for this week. We have two new cars, the Mercedes C63 S AMG and the Spyker C8 Aileron, and we have two new tracks, a street race event, Big Bend Observatory, and a hypercar event, Big Land. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.